Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. So Polkadot is also performing quite well. Yes, from the bigger picture here, it doesn't really look like it, but we talked about this Elliott Wave triangle, which as expected broke to the downside. We saw 5 waves to the downside. At this point, I told you this could be the low. At the time here, we didn't know if it would be just the first wave of a larger impulse down or if this 5-wave move already completed the overall correction. And indeed, it is looking like the correction is done. The low could be in. Yeah, this is now the first time that I tell you for Polkadot that we have a case that we can make that the low is in. And the reason is that this high in this intraday extreme today that moved above the wave E high dismisses at the moment any possibility to count this imminently bearish. Yeah, which means the bullish signal happened. Yeah, the bullish signal we were waiting for. Now at the moment I would still be a bit careful. So we can at the moment, so that's how I would see it at the moment, we can count this here as a 1, here the 2, and we're now higher in a 3, 4, 5. Now, ideally, we are holding this wave 2 low at 685. That would be important to hold it. If we get below it, maybe need to look at it from a different perspective. Again, not necessarily bearish, but it might change the wave count here. Ultimately, what needs to happen next for a bullish scenario is to hold, ideally, 685, but definitely, obviously, that low must hold now at $6. Otherwise, we need to take a different look at it, as I said. Nevertheless, the bullish signal that we can get here is an inverse head and shoulders here, where you can see this descending wedge. In the descending wedge, it might be a bit hard to see, but I think we have a case here for an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, I mean, you've got various shoulders here, but I think you have a clearly defined descending trend line, and the neckline, or however you want to call it, or that descending trend line, the breakout would be at around 650. And if we get above that level, retest it from above, I think that can set us up for higher levels all the way up to 885, 995, and 1080 in an impulse to the upside. Now that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, we haven't had the breakout yet, not successful yet, but that is the same pattern, the exact same pattern that we saw on the Polygon Matic chart as well before the breakout. Yeah, and I'm not telling you to buy now, of course not. I'm telling you this is looking like the Matic chart. Come to your own conclusions, which of course is not guaranteed to break out to the upside, but my view is if we get above this descending trend line, there's definitely an expectation that we could see a rally here at least to 885. But then also obviously looking at it from a higher level perspective that the low actually is in here. So we can definitely make the case. Nothing is guaranteed in these markets. Yeah, because I often get the questions, does that mean it can't go lower? Everything can happen in these markets. All I can do here as analyst, as someone who's analyzing these charts, is to give you the 1 or 2 highest likely scenarios. Yeah, the scenarios that will come into effect with the highest likelihood. This doesn't mean they have to happen all the time. Doesn't mean we couldn't drop lower, but this is all about likelihoods, probabilities. Eventually, I'm telling you how I see the market. Yeah, of course I can be wrong as well, but this is looking promising, and descending wedge would usually break out to the upside, and it's quite a large wedge, to be honest. And the medium term target then would be the beginning of the wedge. Yeah, when you have a breakout out of a wedge, that would sort of be the target. The beginning of the wedge would be here 1183. So if that doesn't look promising, I don't know. But first of all, we need to break out to confirm this. Yeah, before a breakout, obviously we are still caught in the pattern, and we could very well come down lower again, retest the previous low, for example, at $6. That is also possible. That's why we need to wait here for this breakout. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update about Polkadot. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. bye.